but the tariffs have hurt those people.
Glenn Beck, Mercury.
You're listening to the Glenn Beck Program.
I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, and wildfires were something that, when you're out in the West, you grow up hearing and you grow up seeing the smoke, and it's, even from neighboring states, or in my case, neighboring countries. If part of Canada was on fire, you would see it, and it was just part of life. This is something like I've never, ever seen before in my life. This wildfire is remarkable. Maybe I remember early in the 70s there might have been something, but even this one, this is the biggest one in the history of California. And our thoughts and our prayers and our arms and our feet and our back and our wallets are with California, and we keep you in our thoughts and our prayers, but we are also backing that up, like we always do, with action. Joy Villa is, she does the Joy Villa show, and she's the host of, obviously, that. I mean, who else would you have host it, with that name? Seeing that her name is the same. Anyway, she's a singer. You might remember her. She went to the Grammys wearing a Make America Great Again dress, and that didn't go over real well. At least with the people that she was standing with or standing around. But she is one of the Mercury One ambassadors out in California, and she has been out with the wildfires, and we thought we'd have her on to just tell us what's going on. Welcome to the program, Joy. How are you?
Hi, Glenn. Good morning. Great to be here.
Thank you. What is happening, Joy? What is it like to be there?
It's really bad. It's really bad. I grew up in Santa Barbara, like you were saying. You grew up in the Pacific Northwest, so fires are sort of a natural occurrence. But this is the worst fire in California history. The one up north, Camp Fire, has claimed 48 lives and almost 9,000 structures. It is the deadliest fire.
And there's still, 250 people missing?
There's still 250 people missing. That's right. More than 150,000 people have been displaced, including many of my friends. So they don't have a home. They don't know where to go. So part of what we did with the team, with Mercury One and with our partners on the ground, is getting supplies to those people who are displaced, like toiletries and hygiene kits and some of the food to a few base camps out here. Also getting that to the firefighters who've been fighting nonstop for days, getting them coffee and protein bars and water. So we dropped off supplies out in Camarillo and Thousand Oaks. But the fires are everywhere down here. Right now, the fire in Los Angeles City, the Woolsey fire, it's bigger than the city of Denver at this point.
Oh, my gosh. And is it moving towards like Sherman Oaks and Los Angeles proper? Is it moving that direction?
Well, the winds, it's hard to, like yesterday we were looking at the fires trying to find out where it was going next, and it was going towards Malibu. So now Malibu is where the fire is at. But the winds keep changing. There's the Santa Ana winds coming up, and it's so dry everywhere. It's hard to predict where it is. Right now, where it's the biggest and most dangerous and especially vicious is in a city called Paradise, which is up in Northern California. And there it has almost completely destroyed that whole city. I think it's 40% of the residents have homes that have been destroyed.
This is remarkable.
It's unheard of. It's never been seen before. We had wildfires last year that were really bad, but this, because of the dryness, because of the climate, because we're in, a lack of moisture, and because the winds are so bad that this fire could be burning for weeks. There's no telling when it's going to stop. I mean, it's getting more and more contained, but yet it's starting in other places. That's the problem.
So Stu said to me earlier today, I wonder why the news is not covering this the way they do with hurricanes, where they have the reporters live on the ground and they're there all the time. And this is a guess, my only guess is at one point this fire was consuming 80 football fields a minute. And
yes.
Even the fire departments, they can't keep ahead of it. They'll say, we're going to meet at this place. And by the time they get there, the fire has burned that place down and long past it. So there's no real safe place, right?
There isn't. You're absolutely right, Glenn. It's moving too fast. At one point, it was moving about 100 miles per hour. It absolutely consumes everything in its wake. And if you're close to it, you have to get out. The evacuation notices almost can't go fast enough, but even in the valley, the Los Angeles Valley, there's smoke in the air. So people are evacuating, even though the flames are not particularly close. Even the smoke is starting to suffocate. There's ash on many lawns. I mean, I'm in the western part of Los Angeles, so it hasn't reached me, thank God. But I can smell smoke when I go down on the freeway. The smoke is absolutely covering the whole city. So it's very dangerous. It moves extremely fast. The wind is pushing it over freeway, so it's able to jump across the freeway to get to another area. That's how it's gotten from the Northern California to Southern California. It's pretty much surrounding all of California.
And people don't understand, when you see these people and they're on their cell phone and they're trying to get out and there's flames everywhere, you think about the smoke and how it stings your eyes and everything else, but you don't understand that a fire this size is eating all of the oxygen. So it's not that you can't breathe because you're breathing in just smoke. There's no oxygen. It's eating all of the oxygen.
Absolutely. It really is. And it's become so dangerous. That's one of the things right now. The worst thing is the smoke it's getting very toxic. The dust is bad. For the areas that have been burned, it's just a complete wasteland. And there's going to need to be months and months and months of cleanup, even after these fires stop burning.
I have a house. I was up in Idaho over the summer, and because of the fires in Canada, and I'm in southern Idaho, I couldn't even see the mountains. You couldn't see the mountains.
Wow.
In the driving the valley, you can't see the mountains. People I don't know and the rest of the country understand the size and the scope and the effect that these wildfires have. Joy, how can we help people?
Well, the good news is that there's plenty of people who want to help, and there is a way to help. And being a Mercury One ambassador, I'm so proud to say mercury1.org is the best place for people to send their donations, because 100% of those donations go to the families, the community where it's needed the most. And the partners that are on the grounds working, like different groups out here that I got to actually witness, and I'll be going back again this weekend. So even though there's plenty of items people want to ship, I know people want to send products, but there's more than enough items already here in California. What we need are funds for cleaning, funds for finding people who've been displaced, funds for helping. So donating anything, even $25, will help tremendously at mercury1.org.
Joy, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again. Are you coming in for the gala? Are you able to do that?
I am. I'm excited to see you. I'll be there this Saturday at the Mercury One Gala.
You should wear